Good morning, everyone. Coach Adam with Brown Fitness and Performance here. We're going to get moving with our 7:30 a.m. workout. Today we're going at a different angle. I actually made a little bit of a goof and did not plug in my iPad last night. So we're going to be, I had to find a spot where I could plug my iPad in my apartment. But I digress. We'll be going from a fresh view today. So looking at the positives. Today's workout is going to be a QuadSet muscle sculpting workout. I mean, we're going to go just like we did in a different video for 4 exercises in a row. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to go 4 exercises in a row. However, we're going to count our reps instead of going in like a high intensity circuit fashion. We're going to be doing 3 rounds of 12 today. So 3 rounds of 12. We'll go exercises 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Then we'll get to the end. Once we get to the end, if you need a breather, you'll get it. Then you'll go back to the top and go back through it. And 12 reps at each station, or 12 reps at each exercise. And then again, 12 reps at each exercise. We're going to do 2 total quad sets today. So 2 bundles of 4 exercises, and then we'll be done with the workout. You will need a kettlebell or a dumbbell and some bands. If you don't have either of those, just keep watching the video for some modifications so you can still follow along even if you do not have that equipment. And of course, when we start to warm up, having a foam roller would be great. If you don't have it, no worries. You can use a tennis ball, a golf ball, or something like that. And if you further don't have that, we can still do something else to keep you getting warmed up. All right, let's get moving and grooving. I'm gonna make sure I grab my phone for music. Put on Pandora here before we get moving. Should have had this. There it is. I should get moving here in a sec. Alright, foam roller if you have it. Again, if you don't, we'll go breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, which I need to move my mat here. Diaphragmatic breathing. We're going to go crocodile style here. Hands down, forehead on hands, breathe into the stomach, breathe out. You're going to breathe this. When you're breathing into the stomach, you're going to feel your stomach squishing in the ground. That's what you want to feel with that one. Keep doing that while we foam roll. And when I go ahead and keep that music low while we're warming up. Alright, we're going to go foam rolling here. We go sides, or up and down. As we go up and down, should feel pretty good. Pretty good glute massage here as we hit our glutes with this. Again, you're going to cross your leg into a figure 4 and come up and down. We're going to go about 10 swipes. And then we're going to go ahead and switch sides here. Again, switching sides, we're going to go down and back. Should feel pretty good massage. And if you can't quite cross your legs all the way, you can always keep your leg down. Whatever works. Whatever works. Alright. Now we're going to do lat. That's the big muscle behind the armpit here. So this muscle right here, we're going to go ahead and roll on that part on your side, right behind that armpit. Go ahead and hang out at any spots that kind of hurt. This one might. Just depends on how tight your lats are. And I just found a spot right there that does. So I'm just going to kind of roll gently back and forth. Again, we're going to do about 20 to 30 seconds or about 10 reps or so. And switching sides. All right. Up and down with the swipes. If you find somewhere, find something that kind of hurts, hang out there for the remainder of the time, or the majority of the time. Again, this is to help improve our tissue quality of our muscles before we get moving with the workout. All right, switching to rolling on our quads. So we're gonna go ahead and go face down, foam roller right on the top of the thigh. Go from top of knee to bottom of hip. We'll roll that up and down that way. You can turn your foot in and out. If you need to go both at the same time, you can. I'm doing one at a time. Ooh, I find a spot right there that kind of hurts. I'm going to hang out there for a little bit. Alright, switching sides. Up and down. Again, get a good massage out of this. Get a pretty good massage. Ooh, I just paused it right on top of a spot that kind of hurts. Feels kind of good. I'm going to do a fourth one today. We're going to do our calves. Now, calves, you're going to go ahead and put your calf on top of the roller if you have it. From here, you can keep your body on the ground and roll on just like this. Or if you want to go ahead and do both at the same time, you can, if you've never done it before. I'm going to do one at a time just because it increases the pressure on my calf. Ooh. And you should feel some pretty good pressure. And if your calves are tight, if you have any trigger points, you're definitely going to feel this one, especially with the kind of roller that I have. And try to point your toes out and point your toes in to get the different heads of the calf. Now we're going to go ahead and switch sides if you're doing the single leg version. Oof. Yeah, this is definitely, haven't done these in a little while. And it is making me sweat a little. All right. Let me go ahead and put that there. Gonna go ahead and get in a tall kneeling or half kneeling position. From here, we're just gonna stretch out a little. I'm gonna go ahead and one knee on the ground, push the hips forward, one hand up in the air, lean over to the other side. Just gonna hold this for a good 20 to 30 seconds. Should feel a stretch right here in the hip flexor. And switching sides. Same thing, up and over. Get that stretch, Push the hips forward. All right, we're gonna go ahead and, let's go and drop down onto one side. We're gonna do a leg lift. So we're gonna keep your legs straight, and from here, just gonna lift the leg up in the air. Keep the toes forward. You're not turning them out. You're keeping them forward and down. We're gonna go up again and down. It's 2 up and 3 up and 4 up and 5 up. And 6, should be feeling a good burn in the glute. And 7, we're gonna do one more. And 8. All right, switching sides. And up. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. 6 and 7 and final 1 and 8. Good deal. Now we're going to go ahead. Now we're going to go get in position for glute bridges. So you're going to lay on your back. This is also called a hook lying position right here. For this, we're going to go both feet on the ground. I'm just going to drive the hips up to the sky, and then let it drop down. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Keep squeezing the glutes. You should feel your glutes burning here. 6. We got 2 more. And 7 and 8. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get over just a little bit here. We're going to do downward dog, upward dog. So we're going to stretch out the calves, butt in the air, head down, shoulders are going to work here, and then we're going to work our abs. We're going to stretch out our calves and stretch out our abs. Stretch out our calves and stretch out our abs. Stretch out our calves and stretch out our abs. I believe it was 4. We're going to do a couple more. Get a good hard stretch in there. And up for the abs. Calves and abs. We're going to go one more. Calves and abs. All right, go ahead. Get to your feet. If you have a band, if you have like one of these TheraBands, go ahead and grab it. If you don't, we're just going to do arm circles. We're going to do a shoulder stretch here. This one, we're going to go arms straight. You're going to come up and over just like so, and back down. Up and over. That's just 2. Should feel a stretch in the front of the chest and the shoulders. And 3. I'm going to come back up, face the camera here. 4. Get a good stretch out of it. 5 and 6, 7, and last one, we're gonna go 8. All right, now we're gonna do frog squat, or excuse me, frog squat. Yes, we're gonna do toe touch frog squat. So we're gonna be feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to bend over, grab your toes. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, go ahead and do so. So grab the toes, drop down to a squat, hips up, drop down into a squat, hips up, drop down, hips up, drop down. We're going to do 2 more, hips up, drop down, 1 more, hips up, and drop down. All right, when you're dropping down, you should be dropping down as low as you can, keeping those feet on the ground. Now we're going to do lateral lunges. Feet are wide. You're going to go as wide spread as you can. You're going to feel like you're squatting and shifting off to one side. And go. We're going to do about 6 of these on each side. And 2, and 2, and 3, and 3. Should be feeling your glute and your thigh engaged. And 4, and 5, and 6. Good deal. Now what's on the table is deadlifts. We will be doing hips back if you want to do regular, just both feet on the ground. If you have any, say, issues with balance or anything like that, you can certainly do that. If you want to do the staggered version, where you stagger your feet, one foot's about 6 inches behind the other one, and go that way, I think I'm going to do that version today. Or if you want to do the full version, where you're on one foot, and you can kick one leg back, bow down, and stand up. Arms above the head is going to keep your posture for you, so you don't have to worry about rounding the shoulders. I would suggest that version first. All right, I'm going to do stagger stance. I'm going to do 5 on each side. Let's go ahead and hips down and back. Keeping the front foot flat on the ground. Grab the ground with the foot. The toes, that is. That's 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. All right, that's going to be it for the warm-up. We are going to need, make sure I grab my stuff for the rest of the workout. We're going to go into our first quad set here in a couple of seconds. Get some water if you need it before we get moving. So if you need water, get it. I'm actually going to put this back more towards me. I'm going to turn up the music a little bit. All right, so our first 4 exercises, actually, I'm going to turn that back down so I don't have to talk over it. Our first 4 exercises, we're going to go 3 rounds of 12. We're going to cycle exercise 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We're going to keep cycling until all 3 rounds of 12 repetitions are done on each exercise. You can certainly follow along with me, or if you want to bust ahead, you can certainly bust ahead. That is completely fine. Our first exercise is going to be kettlebell clean. And I'm going to show these as we go, so there's not much lag time. But this is going to be about feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to pop his back, catch, and mini squat. So more of like a power clean. So catch. All right. If you're not comfortable doing that particular exercise, or if all you have is dumbbells, we can do a single arm we can do a 2-arm version or a 1-arm version. I'd suggest a 2-arm version where we come back, come up, catch, and squat a little bit. That's if you have 2 dumbbells. And if you don't have any equipment at all, just gonna go with a drop squat. All right, this is the power exercise of the day. So here we go. 12 reps, and go, and catch it, and squat. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Notice my hips are dropping back and popping forth. That's 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 9, couple more. Notice my chest is staying and tall. And last one there. All right, good deal. All right, next exercise is going to be band overhead press. So we're going to need either band. So if you have this band or this band, either way is going to be fine. If you have a band like a tubing with handles, you can certainly use that. I'm going to use this. If you don't have any equipment as such, I would definitely recommend getting into that downward dog position and then coming down and swooping up and swooping yourself back. Or you can just go ahead and do different alternating legs here to work the shoulders. Any of those will definitely work. Take your pick with what you have, and we're gonna get moving here. So get in position for this type of band, elbows through, and we're just gonna press straight to the ceiling. That's 1. We're gonna do 12. That's 2 and 3. As we're doing this, we're not leaning back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is challenging. 10. We got 12. We got 2 more. And 11. Last one. 12. Whew. Shoulders are cooking on that. Next is going to be goblet squat. So with the goblet squat, you can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell, either way. I'm going to use a dumbbell, excuse me. So feet about shoulder width apart, and then from here, it is going to be dropping down into a squat and standing up. Make sure both ends of the dumbbell are on your chest, and it's in contact with you. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. Next is going to be side plank. So we're going to do, today I have it as any side plank variation that you want to use. So either way is fine. We're going to get into a side position here. And then from here, hips up. And I'm going to do a leg lift. So we're just going to go up and down. If you want to do reach, go ahead and do reach instead. 2, 3, and of course, if you need to modify, bring your feet behind you and go from your knees. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we got 2 more. 11 and 12. And we're going to go ahead and switch sides now. Hitting the other side. Hips up. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, that's round number 1. We got 2 more rounds to get through. If you need a break between the 4 exercises, get some water, go ahead and do so. By the way, that was just my roommate grabbing his computer. And he just forgot it out here for his own homework and whatnot. All right, starting back up at the top with the kettlebell clean. Use your version or drop squat, either way. And here we go. Hips back and catch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, you should notice that my hips are going back and popping through, and then catching the horns at the bottom, just like that. We got 3 more, 2 more, and then 1 more. All right. Now you're back to the overhead press. Basically, as soon as you're ready, go for it. You don't have to wait for me if you're ready to go. I'm gonna take my time in between sets just because I want everybody to be able to keep up, and I want to also give myself the opportunity to get my heart rate down. But I'm gonna make sure that this is a muscle building type activity, not necessarily a endurance activity. And get in position and go. Hands up and out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Also, if you're doing dumbbells, you're going to start with the elbows in and then come out and turn out, lock out at the top. Or if you're going to do elbows out, make sure you stop at ear level and then press it straight up to the sky. Just want to make sure I give that tidbit. And 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Definitely a challenge. That song's not going to cut it. All right. Now we got goblet squat again. You can utilize a kettlebell, a dumbbell. If you don't have that, you can just do body weight. If you have a mini band, you can put that around the knees. That'll increase the level of difficulty as well. I'm going to utilize the kettlebell this time. So feet about shoulder width apart, maybe slightly wider, and then squat as low as you can and stand up. 1, 2, 3, get as low as you can. 4, if you need to make it more challenging, pause at the bottom. 5, and pause. 6, and pause. 7, and pause. 8, and pause. 9, and pause. 10, 2 more, and pause. 11, and then 1 more, and pause. 12. All right. Side plank, any variation. We will be moving in some regard though. Go ahead, get into position. We're gonna go hips up and leg up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, if you don't want to do that one, you can do the arm reach. 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I'm gonna go ahead and switch sides here. You can simply turn around, but I want to make sure that I'm able to face you guys. We're going to go hips up and up, 1 and 2. Hips all the way forward, straight from the shoulders to the ankles. 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and last one, 12. All right, if you need water, I know we're not done completely with the 3 rounds yet. I'm gonna get some real quick. All right, back to first exercise. This is the 3rd and final round of this 4 exercises, and then we'll be switching on to the next 4. First one, we got the kettlebell clean. Again, you can do a different variation of it. Please do, if you have dumbbells, you can do the dumbbell catch version. I'm going to do the same thing, but with the kettlebell. I think it's the kettlebell earlier. I went dumbbell. Here we go. Hips back, pop them through, and catch, and squat. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. All right. Overhead press with bands. Again, use band. If all you have is dumbbells, out here and up, or in. This is actually what I prefer, in, up, and spin. Either way is fine though. Be careful with these ones. If you have any shoulder issues, you can certainly do dumbbell forward and lateral raises as well. Don't hurt yourself on these. And in position, ready, and go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and press it up. 5, and 6, and press it. 7, don't let up. 8, and press it. 9, press it. 10, press. 11, if you have 1 more to give 1 more. 13, all right. Back to the side planks. Last exercise of the quad set. All right, this time I'm going to do leg lifts again, but if you want to do arm reach, go for it. And up, and leg up. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Of course, if you need to modify by going feet behind you and go from the knees, that's completely okay. And 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. Just 2 more, and 1 more, and good. All right, now we're gonna flip around to the other side. Just straighten it out with a towel. All right, hips up, and let's go. 1, and 2, and 3. Ooh, my hip doesn't really like this anymore. And 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10, 11, and 12. All right. Get some water. That was it for the first 4. We'll be hitting the next 4. Actually, I didn't do the squats. I skipped the squats. Let's get to that. My full paw on that. I was one ahead of myself apparently. So let's go ahead and get the squats in. I'm sure someone who's following along is probably thinking that, hey, what about the squats? So when you get into position, feet about shoulder width apart, and drop it down. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and pause if you need to make it harder. 5, and 6, and 7, pause at the bottom. 8, pause at the bottom. 9, and then we're gonna get 1 more. 10, actually 2 more. 11, drive the shoulders up first. Drop that chest up first. Good. Now it's time for a drink of water. I think that's the first time that's happened to me on a video. Bloopers 101. Bloopers 101. All right. Our next 4 exercises, and I'm going to name them, and then just like I did with the first round, I'm going to demo before we do the exercise, and then do the exercise. First one is going to be a row, a split row. So you're going to split stance, chest over the knee. You can post your arm on, and then whether you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you'll hold in your hand and row to the bottom of the chest. If you have 2 and you just want to knock it out and be done, deadlift position and hold both at the same time. You can also do that with a band. So I'll demo those as we go. I'm going to get 1 more drink of water and then we'll get moving. So we have that. We have slider leg curls. We have slider leg curls. We have lateral lunges or monster walks. And we also have plank alternating leg lift, which again, I'm going to show these as we get to them. All right, split stance row. I'm going to go ahead and grab a kettlebell, but if you have a dumbbell that you'd rather use or something like that, go for it. All right. Big stride, chest over the knee, post if you want to, up and 1, pull and 2, pull and 3, pull and 4, pull and 5, pull and 6, pull and 7, pull and 8, pull and 9, and 10, 11, and 12. Shake it out if you need to, then we're going to switch sides. And switching sides. Chest over knee and pull and 1 and pull and 2, pull and 3, pull and 4, pull and 5, pull and 6, pull and 7, pull and 8, pull 9, pull 10, pull 11, pull and 12. All right, if you have any sort of, I'm gonna need to grab this towel for a second. Wipe some sweat off my face. Partly why I use the towel, not a mat. All right, next exercise, slider leg curl. So with the slider leg curl, if you don't have anything to use for a slider, I'm using a t-shirt. on a hardwood floor, that can work. If you don't have that, and you want to do like a kettlebell deadlift, so if you want to do a different variation, hips back and stand up. If you want to use that as an alternate because you don't have, maybe you have a band or a kettlebell, you don't have a way to slider, you can do that. But if you do have it, we're going to line your back, supine position. Two different ways to do this if you have the slider. Or, let me show this first. You're going to go hips up and curl in. Both legs at the same time. Or, if you are having trouble, you can also alternate, keep the hips up. This is a little bit easier. If you want a little bit more challenge, we're going to go single leg, which is what I'm going to do. Single leg. If you don't have any fan equipment, we're going to go ahead and go glute marches for a total of 24 reps. That's if you don't have any equipment at all at home. So you can still follow along. All right, and leg curls, ready, set, go. Up in 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Scoop into the ground towards you. 6, 7, 8, 9, up 10, up 11, up 12. All right, we're gonna switch in sides here. And here we go. Up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4, up 5, up 6, up 7. We're gonna feel this in our hamstrings, the back of our thighs and our glutes. Up 8, up 9, up 10, 11, and final one, and 12. All right. Next is lateral lunges or monster walks. So if all you have is a mini band like this, you can certainly put that around the knees or the ankles and do the side to side mini band walk. Either way is going to be fine. If you have a weight and you want to utilize the lateral lunges, that's what we're going to do. For lateral lunges, I'm going to suggest holding a weight down like this, or you can certainly hold it up like this. Either way, I'm going to hold mine down like this. Feet wide. Feet are going to be, you can't see my entire feet on the picture here, but you get the picture. Feet flat on the ground. Going to slide down to the one side, stand up, slide down to the next. And that's 1, and 2, and 3. I need to readjust here. Getting a little sweaty. Keep going if you're not. My apologies on that. And hips back, hips back. This is going to be 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Stand up all the way through. And 8, and 9. You can certainly do this without weight as well. We got a couple more. You're gonna let the body come down, but you're gonna keep your chest up, shoulders back. And 11, and 12. I'm probably going to switch the exercise for me in my next round just because my hips weren't really liking that one. For anybody who's on the video that doesn't know, one of my hips is arthritic, so some of the things that we do, my body doesn't enjoy. Alright, next thing is the last exercise of the series. Then we're going to repeat plank with leg lifts. For this, you're going to go ahead and everybody should be able to do this. You can go in push-up position. So push-up position, or elbow position. Either way, I'm gonna go from elbow. You can hold the plank if you want, or if you want to follow along and do leg lifts. So if you come up, body flat, we're gonna lift one leg and set it down. Lift the other and set it down. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You're gonna squeeze your leg, squeeze your glute just enough to get your leg off the ground. We're not going super high, just like I did just there, because it's gonna cause your low back to arch. We don't wanna see that. We want all that pressure on your core and your glutes. And 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. Whew. All right, we're gonna be back up to the rows. If you need a break, a quick break in between these rounds, you need to get some water, do so. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I'm getting a little parched. All right, rows. Start with the left side first. You can start with either side. Chest over knees. Post if you want to. Up, 1. Up, 2. Up, 3. Up, 4. Up, 5. Squeeze the big back muscles back here. Up, 6. Up, 7. Up, 8. Up, 9. Up, 10. Make sure you're breathing. Up, 11. Up, 12. Definitely want to make sure you're breathing on these. Breathe out as you're pulling in, and in as you're letting go down. Other side. Big stride, chest over knee, and row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8, row 9, row 10, 2 more, row 11, and row 12. Gonna shake that out for a sec. We got leg curls. Leg curls again. We're gonna slide our hips up towards the ceiling. I'm gonna do one leg. If you guys wanna do a variation, go ahead and go for it. And here we go. Up 1 and 2, up 3, up 4, up 5, scoop through the ground, 6, up 7, up 8, up 9, and 10. We got 2 more. 11 and 12. We're gonna switch sides now. And here we go. Up 1 and 2, up 3, up 4, up 5, up 6, up 7, up 8, up 9, up 10, and 11 and 12. All right, good deal. Now we have lateral lunges. So if you want to do lateral lunges, side to side, this time I'm going to put a band around the knees and do shuffles, or excuse me, monster walks. Again, for me, this is, or for anyone really, that if you have any hip or knee issues, a side to side lunge isn't going to work because it's going to be painful. This is going to be a great way to give yourself an alternative. So go ahead and do the lateral lunges if you want. If you want to follow along with me with the monster walks, if you have a mini band, go for it. Here we go. Just taking side to side steps. Should not be dipping side to side with the shoulders. We're going to do a couple of rounds here. We're going to do 3 down and backs. That's going to be equivalent to the set. All right, one more down back. Again, shoulders are gliding. Should be burning. I might add in for the last round. I think I'm gonna have to add in an extra round. All right, plank. We're gonna go plank leg lift. Here we go. Hips up and leg up. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Again, we're just barely lifting the foot off the ground. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Elbows are directly under the shoulders, by the way, or directly in the chest. 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, we have one final round. We have one final round, and then we're going to cool down and be done for this morning. Let the heart rate come down still. Again, if you're like already ready to go ahead and go for it. I'm making the video for the person who maybe needs a little bit extra rest. All right, grab your weight. Nice long stride, chest over the knee, and row. 1, and row. 2, row. 3, row. 4, row. 5, row and squeeze. 6, row and squeeze. 7, row and squeeze. 8, row and squeeze. 9, row and squeeze. 10, row and squeeze. 11, row and squeeze, and 12. All right, we got the other side to do. Shake it out for a sec, then we're gonna get back to that next side. And grab the other side. Nice long stride, and row. 1, row. 2, row. 3, pull into the bottom of the chest, and 4, and 5, row. 6, row, squeeze. 7, row, squeeze. 8, row, squeeze. 9, row, squeeze. 10, row, squeeze. 11, final one, row, squeeze, and 12. Whew. All right, now I have leg curl here. All right, that leg curl again, you can do any variation that you want. I'm gonna do single leg again. Single leg is probably the most advanced thing you can do here, so if you need to do double, do double. If you need to do alternating, do alternating. Now, when you do it, I just kind of not demoing correctly, hips are up when you're doing that. All right, here we go. Leg curl, and up. 1, and up. 2, up. 3, up. 4, up. 5, up. 6, up. 7, up. 8, up. 9, scooping through the ground, up. 10, up. 11, up. 12, I'm gonna do a couple more. 13, 14, and 15. All right. Take a second breather if you need to. If you're gonna just switch sides, do both sides. If you're already to 12, sorry, you're probably gonna wait for me. But if you wanna finish up the last set, you can. Or the last exercise. And here we go. Up. 1, up 2, up 3, again, scooping through the ground, up 4, up 5, up 6, up 7, up 8, up 9, up 10, and 11, and 12. We're going to do 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Good deal. Ugh. Ugh. All right, lateral lunges or monster walks. Again, I'm going to do the monster walk again. Lateral lunges don't necessarily mix with arthritis, so I'm going to do, actually I'm going to step back a little bit. This time we're going to do 4 down and backs, so you guys can see me across the screen. If you have a larger distance to go, you can certainly do 2 rounds or 3 rounds. I have about 3 yards to work with. If you're going 5 or 10 yards, definitely only going to do 2 rounds of 3. Here we go. Side stepping. You're gliding. Shoulders are gliding. If you need to put your arms up, do so. You don't have to, but it'll help you have your own visual of whether or not you're doing this, which is not what we want to do. We're going to want to use the legs to separate out. And I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to do an extra round just for good measure here, just because it's going to challenge me a lot more. Good. All right. Final exercise, and then cool down. All right. Get into a position here, elbows down, or if you want to do push-up version, I'll do that one this time. You can certainly do push-up version. Leg up 1, 1, 2, 2. Again, not arching the back. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. I'm going to keep going. If you want to keep going, keep going. 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, and 20. All right. Now we're going to get into that cool down. That work should have been a challenge. And as always, if you need to change the tempo or anything like that to make it harder, you can certainly do that. First thing we're going to do for that cool down, nice long stride. We're just going to lean into it today. No twists, no up and over. Just lean the hips forward. Take a nice deep breath. In through the nose, into the stomach, and then out. And breathe in. And out. Should feel a pretty good stretch in the hip. And if the back heel is on the ground, also in the calf as well. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. That's 3. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Gonna go ahead, or we are going to switch sides. Feet are one, the other foot back, lean it forward, hips through, breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe Next one we're gonna do is floor slides. So if you have your towel or your mat ready, handy to go, I'm gonna go ahead and lay on your back. From here, we're just going to squish the low back to the ground. Knees in hook lying position, that's knees are up and feet are on the ground. And then we're just gonna get into a T position here with the arms and hands next to the head. And then we're just gonna go ahead and breathe out on the way up and then in on the way down. And if you don't have a very slidey surface, just go ahead and pick a spot and just hang out and breathe. And up, breathe out, breathe in, and down, breathe out, and in, breathe out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out. Should be feeling a pretty good shoulder and chest stretch there. If you're like super flexible, you might not feel it as much. And then finally, we're just gonna take a couple breaths from this position. You're gonna feel the belly rise with air. Breathe in and breathe it out. Breathe it 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 in and breathe it out. That concludes today's QuadSet muscle builder or muscle sculptor workout. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, maybe concerns, please drop a message below. Tell me what your question is and I'll be happy to answer. Even I'll be happy to comment on any comments as well. I do have a seminar coming up which I'd like to invite people to. I'm doing why traditional fat loss programs fail and how it can rewrite your story, or how science can rewrite your story. I'd like to invite you to join us. It's going to be virtual via Zoom. If you'd like to join that, please drop a message with asking me, tell me more about the seminar, and I will get back to you with more details. Also, I'm helping my own members of my gym via virtual training and giving them their own personalized programs via an online platform. If you'd like to know more about that, please drop me a message saying tell me more, and I'd be happy to give you more details on how we're doing that and what the details are. Lastly, stay safe. Have fun. It's sunny out today. As you can see behind me, the window is glaring with sun. Get out, get some vitamin D if you can. Practice that social or physical distancing if you will. And stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. bright and early. All right, take care.